Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. In behalf of Vibrant Technology Solutions, I would like to thank you for joining us today. So, as a simple house rule, may I request everyone to make sure your mic is muted so as not to distract our presenter. Should you have any questions, we will do our best to answer that after the presentation. So, without further ado, I will give the floor now to our engineering team to start this webinar.
All right, thank you very much, Mamsel. I hope that my voice is clear and that everyone could hear me. For this afternoon, we would like again first to thank you for allowing us to get an hour of your time to show you a solution that we believe is the most complete when it comes to concrete construction. So, also, I would like to thank our marketing manager, Marisol Ocampo, for getting this organized. And we can proceed to the title page, Jerome. Right. So for this afternoon, this presentation is brought to you by Vibrant Technology Solutions Incorporated. The title of our presentation is TEKLA Structures, the most complete solution for your concrete construction needs. And in the course of our presentation, we're going to show you how TEKLA Structures is the most complete solution as we are going to address the problems encountered in the industry from end to end, starting when you receive those PDF files up to the delivery of your projects. But before that, allow me to introduce our company, which is VTS, and the presenters. My name is Christopher S. Osaria. I'm on the image to your left. I am the business development officer, which is in charge of the engineering solutions, the cast in place, the precast design solutions, and geospatial solutions from Trimble. And we handle the Trimble building solutions, or better known as the TEKLA portfolio of solutions in the Philippines. And by trade, I'm an industrial engineer with over 10 years of software solutions consulting experience. Before I was with Trimble, I worked with Siemens as well with the solutions, but now I'm focusing on the AEC, or the architecture and engineering construction solutions under the Trimble buildings. And with us is engineer Jerome B. Tungol, the image to your right. He will be taking much of our time in presenting and showing us live demo of what happens inside TEKLA structures and how we are able to complete a project from end to end. So Jerome is our pre-sales consultant. We're under the same team, and he's a civil engineer with over 6 years of combined detailing, technical support, and pre-sales consulting for TEKLA structures. So there's much to learn from engineer Jerome in this presentation. And we represent the company in the Philippines called Vibrant Technology Solutions Incorporated. And the image to the right is our building, which is located in Quezon City, in Camyas. So in the country, in the Philippines, we are the only Trimble building partner. So if you're looking for someone to ask regarding TEKLA solutions or other products of Trimble, you might want to contact us. At the end of this presentation, we'll be showing our contact information. But VTS has been in the business for over 24 years now. So we've partnered with Trimble, and put up three main offices. The image to your right is actually our office in Manila, which is again in Quezon City. And for our partners in Cebu, we put up a Cebu office, and in the northern part of the country, we have the Bulacan office to cater for that. So overall, we have 80 employees in total, and those employees are divided into two groups. The sales group that's where we form part of is in charge of selling licenses for the software, which is Tekla, and the other half of the group is actually the one who does project or accepts project from Australia and the United States, mostly offshore detailing projects. So that basically is the company that we work with. And for you to better know us, we would like to introduce a few of our clients. And these clients are actually the most loyal companies that we have been partnered with over the years. So you'll notice some Japanese companies like IHI, MHPS. Actually, 100% of the Japanese companies who's doing detailing for the Philippines are using our solution. Also, we're partner apart from those offshore accounts. We're also partnered with local companies, the big names in construction. As you can see, we have EEI Corporation, AGNP, Datem. So if you want to inquire about the way that we provide services and products to our customers, you might want to inquire to these companies as well. So this is a long list, but we've just taken those that you may also be familiar with, like Megawide, Union Galva Steel, MDC, Arcadis. So these are very, very close partners in technology when it comes to the solution that we provide. So having talked about our partners and our solution, we have been providing Trimble TEKLA BIM solutions in the industry. And we talk about BIM. Some of you who's logged into this presentation might already be familiar with the concept of BIM. But what we would like to highlight this afternoon is how special the solution that we have is for number one, concrete contractors. How concrete contractors can make use of TEKLA structures to deliver their projects. Secondly, we have solutions that cater to structural engineers. If you're doing analysis and design of buildings or structural elements, for example, you have retaining walls and other parts of your structure, we are going to share a little bit about our solution for that, and then how general contractors can actually capitalize on our solution to deliver on budget and on time. And in the same way that other segments, how we handle steel fabricators, precast fabricators, and rebar fabricators. But for this afternoon, our presentation is focused on concrete contractors and rebar fabricators, and general contractors as well. So to go in depth with the solution that you're going to see this afternoon, it's actually the one on your lap, which is TEKLA Structures. But allow me just to discuss a little bit about TEKLA Structural Designer. So TEKLA Structural Designer is actually our flagship solution for 3D structure analysis and design. So if you're thinking about a solution where you can actually model in 3D, put loadings, do analysis and design for the whole structure, that would be the TEKLA Structural Designer. But if you're just looking at a tool that can automate your calculation for a single element, for example, a retaining wall or a single span of beam, then that would be TEKLA TEDS. And TEKLA TEDS allows you to as well produce professional outputs for calculations that are readily submittable to the building officials. So we have clients in the Philippines just using this for submission to a lot of building officials across the country. But again, the highlight of this presentation is about TEKLA structures. And what should you expect in this presentation is that Engineer Jerome will be showing us how to create a model of any structure, but for this presentation, we'll be focusing on a concrete building. So we'll be creating a concrete model. And after that, Jerome is going to do rebar modeling and detailing inside that structure. And then we'll show you how, after you've modeled in 3D, you're just going to extract all the reports that you need for production. For instance, if you want to produce bar bending schedules, GA drawings, and fabrication drawings easily, efficiently, and in the fastest way, we're going to show you how it's done. Also, for construction coordination, we're going to show you how we incorporate an architectural model created from SketchUp and bring it inside TEKLA structures and do a quick clash detection. And the same goes for MEP. We'll have an MEP model. We will bring it to TEKLA structures, and then we'll show you how everything is collaborated inside TEKLA structures. Other than that, we will show you how to produce uh, rebar schedules, and then up to the production. If you want to connect your machine to your software and produce an NC file, it can also be done inside the software. And lastly, to complete the construction, will be showing you a tool inside the same software, which is Stepper Structures, on how to do construction management by showing you a simple 4D scheduling inside the software. Okay. So without further ado, I will be now transferring the presentation to Engineer Jerome Tungo for his live demo.
Thank you, Sir Chris, for your introduction. So, let me show you TEKLA structure and how it become the most complete solution you need in your construction. Okay, so shall we start? So, upon opening TEKLA structure, you will see three setups, which is environment, role, and configuration. So, we need to set up first our project. So, environment, it consists of a specific region setting consists of material, grade, and profiles available on that region. And then the role, this is how TEKLA will treat you and have files and settings in an environment. Then the configuration, this is a set of features based on configuration you choose to choose your construction industry you are working. So for example, you use river detailing, all the function of TEKLA structure will be for river detailing only. So for this example, let's use full so that we can get the full capability of TEKLA structures. So upon opening, we will see our welcome interface. So this one. So on the right side, you see our setup earlier, and then the recent model, old models, all the fast project you will see this, and then the shared model. If you have a cloud-based model, you also have a cloud-based model, and then a new. And then we have two types of user, single and multi-user. Then from this demo, let me use this model, demo model 2020. By the way, our TEKLA is TEKLA structure 2020. Then upon opening, this is the user interface of TEKLA structure. We have our ribbon, our steel part, concrete, concrete part, and then editing tools, our view tab, and then the drawing report wherein you can see all your drawings and the reports, and then the managing tab, so you can see all the managing features, for example the class checking to check if you have classes on your model, then layout manager if you want to input all your surveying data, and then task manager for your construction management. Okay, and then we also have analysis and design. If the model is complete, you can input loadings, and then triple connect our collaboration, and then bridges and formwork. So for this afternoon, let's focus on concrete detailing. Okay, so and then this is the model editor. So in below you will see the snapping tool, and then the selecting tool. Okay, then this is the model editor. As you can see, you also have a working area. This is the square one, and then the grid line. So first thing to do in the project, let's set up our grid line. So by double clicking the grid lines, property will shown on your right side. All you need to do is input the uh, our grid line coordinate. So for example, okay, 1000 space by 2000 space by 3000, and then 4000. So it's separated by space. And then for example, we have a typical distance in our y coordinate. So let's type 5 by 4000, and then the succeeding floors on the z elevation. And then input your label. So I'll leave it as is. And then once you set up your coordinate, just simply click modify. Then it follows through the grid line. Okay. So by this presentation, let me go back to the original grid line. Okay. And then if you have 2D drawing already in your hand, you can input here in TEKLA structure so that we have a tracing paper. Import it as reference model. So just click on the right side, the cube one, then add model, then browse the file. So as for this, let me use my entrance wing. Then you will see I have my 2D drawing inserted in TEKLA structure, and it fitted my grid line. So for better view, I can change the presentation of the grid line into the gray so that you have a better view. Okay, so as you can see, the 2D drawing is already fitted in our TEKLA structure. So now we can produce to our modeling. So let's model a frame which consists of footing, column, and beam. So let's follow the profile included in this 2D drawing. So for example, footing 1000 by 1000 and thickness is 400. So let's put a footing by double clicking this tools pad footing. The property will show on your right side. Okay, double click. Yan. You will see the general, the name. You can change the name of footing and then the profile. Just simply type the profile 1000 by 1000 and then the material or the strength of concrete. Just click this and choose concrete, then choose a strength. Okay, C40 by 50. And then if you have a color classification for your concrete, you have a colors available here. And then the thickness we will input here in position. So 400, bottom in below 0. Okay. And then cast unit, you can also put markings on your concrete. And then you declare what type of cast unit, cast in place or precast. So once the setup is okay, just click the position of the footing. Okay, let me complete all the footing. Just click one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I have completed my footing. Then to interrupt the command, simply click escape. Then the next thing is our column. So double click again the column, and then the profile of our column is 400 by 400. So TEKLA structure, this is the default. So let's click again the materials needed. C40 by 50, this is the strength of the concrete. And then the positioning, we put our column height, sample 3600. And then again, our cast unit. Okay, let's put in cast in place because our project is cast in place. And then simply click the position of the column. Okay, on the center of the footing, this one. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, you have see a live snapping the end point. Okay, and then the other one to interrupt the command is right click interrupt. Then the next we put is our beam. Okay, let's go to the 3D, then click our beam again, and then let's type the profile. Here in profile, type 60 by 400. Okay, change the material. Okay, concrete 40 by 50. And then in beam, you have additional property which is the position and then the offset, because you can put another length in the beam in the end offset from the start position and then the end point. Okay. So once it's set up, just click 2 points, first point and then second point, and then the beam will be shown. It's up to you where is your point of location. Okay. Oh, okay. Another one here in the center of the column. Oh, let me see. I think I clicked the grid line of the C. Okay. And so here, face of the column or center of the column. Okay, midpoint. Another one. So from here, I completed the frame structure. We have our beam, footing, column. Next, as you see in 2D drawing, the beam is extended on the right column. Yeah, as you can see. So how we modify it, just simply click the model and then drag this one. Then as you can see, you will see the live length, so that you will know how long is the beam already. Okay, so drag this and drop this in this location. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The next thing, we add our floors. So highlights this beam and column. Then right click, click copy special, go to linear. Then the dialog box will appear. If you don't know the height of the column, just pick the end point and start point of the column, and then it will appear on DZ. So that's the 360. Then type the floors. Then simply click copy. Just wait for a while, then we complete our structure together with the floors. So this is how simply we model in TEKLA structures. Okay, and then this is not only a 3D presentation but also a real-time virtual project. Why? Because as you can see, you have your information, total length, total net, total weight, and then the volume of the concrete and total area. So not just a 3D presentation, it's also a real-time project. Okay. Then also you will know who modeled this because it's embedded on the model. Okay, and then another thing, if you want to modify the properties, you just drag this, then the property will also apply, or just simply click those arrow and then add the additional height. Okay, 100. And then if you check the properties, it will also update. Okay, by double clicking on 15 by 15. Okay, and then also if you inquire again, just look for the information, it's also updated already. So again, this is not only a 3D model but also a real-time project because andyan lahat ng kailangan mong information. Okay? And then we finish our concrete modeling. Now, let's input a reinforcement on those construction frame. So in TEKLA structure, we have a component catalog. You can find it on your right side. This square, triangle, circle plus symbol. Okay, wait. And there you go. Then just simply type reinforcement, and then you will see all type of reinforcement in all kinds of concrete. For example, beam, column, slab, footing. So you have also a assembled component which consists of bottom bars, top bars, stirrup. So you don't need to model one by one the footing, the top bars, and then the bottom bars. So for this, let's go for footing. Double click. This is a sample component. As you can see the pictures, this is the reinforcement will look like. Just input all the dimensions that you are need, and then the sizes of the top bars and bottom bars. Okay. Yeah. So you can see we have a lot of sizes. Then there's a second bar, this is the top bar, and then the laser bar for the stirrups of the footing. Then also have your two types of and then the attributes for additional information if you want to put a markings on the rebar. And then you can, once you set up, you can save this just like what I'm doing today. I'm loading the footing one. Then to use it, just simply click the concrete. Then wait for a while, and then you will have a reinforcement. Okay. Oh, sorry. I just apply again the profile. Okay, load. And then as you can see, you have a representation. You can show as the rendered and wireframe. Okay. Load the footing, and then click the reinforcement, highlights, and then modify. And there you go. As you can see, we have a complete reinforcement for footing. You have your bottom bars, top bars, and then the stirrups. Okay, and then once you finish the setup of the component, all you need to do is click in the in another footing if it's a typical information. Okay, click this one, then clicks okay. So you don't have to type it again. Okay, and then this component is very intelligent. Why? Because if you modify your concrete, the reinforcement will follow the size of your concrete because it is saved on the properties you said. For example, you put a 75 concrete cover, and then it follows the concrete length. Okay, and then next let put reinforcement for column. So we'll also have a reinforcement component for columns, or is this rectangular column reinforcement. By double clicking again, the property will shown. You have your main bars, you have your four corners horizontal bars, and you can yan, you can input the sizes, then the grade, and then the bar bending. And then also, if you have different sizes of the horizontal bars, you have your choices here, and, or simply declared symmetrical condition. Okay, and then the bar ends, so you can control the hooks and then the splicing of the vertical bars, and then the sidebars, and then the stirrup. So stirrup is spacing by zoning, and then we have our intermediate links for our sidebars. You have also two types. You can cross stirrup or single, and then the top and bottom enclosure of the column. So let me use again my save design. Okay, copy, just click this. Okay, click to apply the component, just click the concrete. Okay, then click again here, and then this last column, as you can see, I want to terminate the length of the horizontal bar or vertical bars. So let me use column end and then apply. Okay, just click again. Okay, so there you go, no excess vertical rebars. And then if you want, if you have a lot of column, you want to copy it, just click copy special and then click to the other column. Okay, then it will follow through. Okay, just finish all this column. Okay, yun. Okay, next is our beam reinforcement. So let's type beam. Double clicking, this is the beam component. You just input the concrete cover and then the hooks, then okay, stirrup spacing by zoning, and then additional information if you want to put markings and name on the rebar. Okay, so by using this, click apply. Okay, and then click the beam. So as you can see, you have your bottom and top bars and then the stirrups. Okay, just click all the beams. Okay, okay, this one. Okay, let me finish this. Okay, okay, and then as you can see, we already reinforced our concrete. And then if we inquire this example part, you have your information for concrete. And then if you want the combine, so inquire cast unit, and then you will have the information for concrete and then for the rebar. So as you can see, you have the total volume of concrete and then the total quantity, length, and sizes for the column, for the reinforcement. Okay, yeah. So that's how rebar detailing works in TEKLA structures. And then let me show you the whole structure of this model. I just hide it a while ago, and then standard, modify. Also you can use filter so that you can hide the unnecessary thing you need to see. And then the reinforcement. Okay, let me show it to you also. And then this is how it look like if you finish the concrete and then rebar detailing in TEKLA structures. So look at those details. It's very detailed. As you can see, even the clashing and then the splicing of the rebar. So it's very detailed. So by doing this modeling, you will encounter already the problem here in virtual world before you encounter it in the site. So even you encounter that problem on the site, you have already a solution for that problem because you already see that on the virtual. Then for better review, we have a clip plane so that you can see even the middle of the model. So let me show you this. Okay, look at those details of rebar. Then let me show you the stairs. Just drop and drag this scissors, and this is the stair details. Okay, Okay. And so this is how you easily review your model in text structure by using clip plane. And then the rendered system, you have your wireframe rendered, control 1, control 2, so that yan, the one you will see. Okay. And then once the model is complete, you complete your concrete structure and then the rebar detailing. Now we can collaborate with our different segment of construction, for example, our MEP. So you can get their model of the MEP and put it in the construction using reference model. In here, let me use this MEP. Okay. And then there you go. You can check if their MEP is fit on the opening you have made on your structures. So as you can see, our MEP is fit on those opening. So for better review again, just click the clip plane and then and so there you go. Our MEP is fit well on the opening of our structures. Then another collaboration, you can also input your architectural design here. Okay, let me use this. So this is the architectural of this project. As you can see, it is fit well in our structures. And then additional collaboration for the steel. And okay, just rotate this for you to see the steel structure, which is the handrails. Okay, this one. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, you can collaborate all the construction industry in our model. And then once you finish the model, you can input your crane radius so that you can maximize the position of the crane. As you can see in this sample, this is the right location for the crane so that you can maximize its rotation. And then if you want, you can also input the crane representation, which is the 3D crane. Just put it up because it's too high. Yeah. So you finish all your model. So this is the exact representation of your project site. Okay. So by doing this, you can review it on virtual world so that you will adapt what problem may be encounter, and then you have given solution for that. And then so the next thing you do is how we manage to put it on the site. So let's make a drawing. So I have here a ready drawing. Let me show you one sample. Okay, this is the drawing, our section grid elevation view for grid 1. Okay, so this is how it looks like, the 2D drawing in TEKLA structures. So as you can see, my user interface also changed. All you need to do is input dimensions and information here in the drawing because the main part is already there. So our dimension and then the views. So for example, you need a section view for this model. Just click section view and click the area you want to put a section view, just like this one, and then simply position it here, and then there you go, there is the section. You don't need to drawing it alone. Okay, so by double clicking, let's change the scale 100 and then modify. And then there you go. So you have your section view already. All you need to do is input the information for that section. And okay, and also you can also click this by model, not by line by line. It's a model already, not like just in the AutoCAD by lines. This is also a model. Okay, and then let me show you another example of drawing. Okay, just to save the drawing, just click yes, and then this is a per layout. So you can use your color coding so that you will also have a color, and then the information. Let me show you how to put information on the drawing. Just click the footing, then right click, then the property will show. Just add what is your information need, for example the material, then modify. So this material is already on the properties. Okay. And then add associative note, then okay, by double clicking again, the property will show. On the left, this available element, that's all the properties on our concrete properties. Okay, so just drop and drag to position all the markings. Okay, this is what it look like. And then another, for our construction, you can also have our bar bending schedule. This is for this example. Let me show you a three span of the beam and beam rebar cutting list. You can also produce this drawing in TEKLA structures. Okay, you have your beam span and then the rebar cutting list below of the beam drawing. And then this, let me show you how to pull out those pictures. Okay, click this. Okay, double click this one, and then pull out picture for us to show the rebar presentation of that stirrups. Just click two factors so that you can scale it, and then click dimension, exaggeration, and bending radius for you have additional information for that pictures. Then just click this, okay, and then modify. Yeah, so you will see you have a pull out picture of that stirrup. So this is how it looks like. And so pull out pictures. So as you can see, you have the information of the number of bars, length, and then the diameter. And then also it have a uh, template for our fabrication. You have your bar bending schedule and our shape code for the machine. So this bar bending schedule is also automatic updated once the drawing is updated. Then let me show you how this drawing will be shown on the model, or easily shown on the model. So you don't need to look where you have to find this. Just okay, just click document manager and just simply click this cube on the upper, and then the drawing include on that drawing will be shown on the model. Yeah, this one. So ayan, nag-highlight siya. Okay, so let's go to grid 1 for our better view. Let's show the grid 1. Okay, and then plan view. Okay, let's open again the model. Yeah. Then okay, let me hide this reference model so we don't have a distraction here. Okay, yan. So let's open again to compare the model to drawing. So the drawing in TEKLA structure, if you modify the drawing, the model, it will also updated the drawing. And then for example, you want to include the left side expand, you just drop and drag this working area or hide this. Okay, so once again, you don't need to draw it manually. It's already on the drawing view. So okay, and then also as I said earlier, the bar bending schedule template will update automatically once the drawings is updated. So let me put again the left span beam, which consists of the rebar. Then there you go, the one on the first line, BMB asterisk asterisk, that's the rebar added. Okay, and then if you hide it again, okay, the template will be updated already. Okay, so you will not have a extra number of bars on the template. Okay, and then this is how it looks like when you print it. And then as you can see, there is a cloud. So cloud represents the modification or the updated. So once the model is update, the drawing will update also, and then it will put a cloud so that you are aware that is the one updating. Okay. And then to manage your revision or repetitive works, for example, the owner wants again the previous drawing. So we have a drawing version. All the drawing you do on that particular drawing is saved. It's already saved from the start of the drawing up to the finish. Okay. Then if the site need the previous drawing, all you need to do is pull it out. Then it will be the latest version of that drawing. So you don't need to re-drawing it again. So okay. So before it don't have the stirrups markings now. Okay. Yeah. So okay, so it save a lot of time in editing the drawings. Just save yes, and then it will be the edited drawing. So once we already finished the concrete and then the reinforcement and then the drawing, now we need to extract information from the model. For example, you want a rebar list of your drawing. Let's go to drawing and reports, then click reports. Okay, this one you want to print this. Just go to report and then look for rebar list, and then let's rename this one rebar list. Then simply click a rebar that you want to pull out an information, and then click create from selected, and then it will be shown. So you have your total quantity, then total kilos, and then the shape code and the bar name. Or just simply highlight all this one and then create from selected. And okay, yon. So you have your total quantity of the rebars and then the total kilogram. Okay. Then another, you can also extract in concrete information, for example, cash unit part list. So this time is the and for concrete. Okay, you have your total concrete volume and total concrete weight. So all this report is saved on model folder. Then go to reports. Then there you go, the material list and then the rebar list. So open this and you can already print it. Yeah. So you have your rebar bending list. And then next thing, okay, so you have completed the model, the drawing. Now we go to manage, how we manage our project. We have a task manager. So here in task manager, you have to input all your tasks or lahat ng gagawin sa site. For example, I already put it here. Yeah, so you have your task name, all the required tasks in the project. You input here together with the plan start and then actual plan end. Okay. Yeah, so you will see the plan start date, then percentage of the task kung matatapos na ba siya. Yeah. So as you can see, your MEP schedule, architectural schedule, you put it here. So first, you input the plan start and plan date. So this is your plan schedule. So also, as you can see, you have a actual schedule. So you see, wala pang nakalagay na start na date dun sa actual kasi nga hindi pa nag-i-start yung ating construction. So by inputting this, just click this one. Yan, actual start. Okay, let's click one task example. Yan. Then on the right side, there's the S calendar, which is consists of the plan and actual start. Then task information, you have your general tab. Okay, information. And then the scheduling, your plan scheduled, input here, kung kailan dapat siya mag-start and kailan matapos. And then the tracking. So this is the actual start if the construction already started. And then object, you can input the model on that object. Okay, so that's how task manager works. So in TEKLA structure, you can also know if your project is delayed or up to scheduled. And then my last part is uh, for the presentation of this model. Just let's go to visualizer. Just type this visualize. Okay, yun. So visualize, you can see it in the view. Visualize, then just click visualize all so that you have a 4D presentation of your model. So let's go to Trimble Connect Visualizer. This is automatically open once you click visualize all. So this is the model. So in here you can control the shadow of your model. Okay, and then the lights. Okay, and then the sunrise and the sunset. Okay, for better animation. Okay, and then as you can see, if we zoom here, you will see it is already a concrete finish. Okay, okay, and so this one plan view, and then click this picture. So we can also take a scene. Just click plus. So for this, once you complete the scene, you can have a animation later. Yan. As you can see, this is the concrete rebar. And you can show it on the field so that they have a clear clear vision of the project. Okay, so as you can see, it's already a concrete finish. And then let's go here. Let me show you the beam. Just pass through to the concrete. Okay, and just take this scene again. And then let's go to the stairs. Okay, and look. So this is the stairs. So as you can see, it's very detailed. It's a very realistic. Okay, just take this scene, then another one. Okay, and then let me play this animation so you can see how beautiful it is. Okay, okay, that looks the flooring. Okay, this is the slab, another one, and then let's play. Yeah. So you have a animation based on the scene we get. Yeah. Okay, so that's how TEKLA structure become the most complete solution in your construction needs. So from planning up to execution of your project, TEKLA all have the capability in your construction needs. Okay, so let me go back to Sir Chris. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Sir Jerome. Can you show the last slide that we have? So over the course of our presentation, we're able to show you And this is just the summary of what has been presented this afternoon. First, we are able to create a concrete model of a building. Then afterwards, we've created rebar model, detail the rebar, produce all the outputs that you need, collaborate with various disciplines, and lastly, do construction management. And even Jerome has shown us how to actually do a very good visualization of the actual project and present it to the owners or the stakeholders. And we'd like you to realize the benefits that all these features of our software is able to give you with your project. First is, of course, with a detailed concrete and rebar structure. You can do it in any size of the project, and no matter how complex that project is, we can be able to guarantee the completion of that with our solution. You can automate the repetitive work. You can actually eliminate the, if you're still using the traditional way of drawing and submitting those drawings to the site, so you actually eliminate that and do it rapidly with automatic generation of 2D drawings. And essentially you're just adapting to the changes as it happens in the field of construction. So this ensures constructability. At early in the project, you can detect clashes, find and fix the problems, and that's a very good thing to have with you in your arsenal as you accept these projects. And lastly, the visualization. We do visualization in 3D and 4D, so I think that's very, very helpful. And basically, that ends our presentation. You could flash, Jerome, the last slide for our contact information. There you go. So you could take note of our contact information if you have questions that you're not able to put up in this chat room. You could email us, you can call us. We're very much open every day from Mondays to Fridays, even Saturdays at some point. So that's it. And would you like to answer some of the questions, Jerome,
Yes, sir.
on the chat? On the chat.
Here,
Okay.
let
Um,
me prompt my.
Also, I already posted the links for the trial pages of our solution. So if you're interested to do a trial, you could just go on to these links, and then if you want help, you can just contact me directly with the contact information that we just provided, and we're gonna help you guys to test out our solution. Ja-
Yes, sir.
So there's a number of questions here. Can we do structural design through the software?
Sugar.
TEKLA Structures has some feature that allows you to do analysis and design, but if you want, but there's no earthquake, by the way, but there's a certain wind loading and gravity loading inside TEKLA Structures. But if you want to do the real analysis and design that structural engineers does, we have the TEKLA Structural Designer to do that. That will be the next subject of our webinars. If you want us to invite you to witness that presentation, you could send us a message in advance. Can you export the generated drawing to AutoCAD? Jerome, would you like to answer this?
Yes, sir. You can export it in the AutoCAD.
AutoCAD format. Okay.
Yes.
So I think for the rebar cutting list, we've already shown you that. And then for the price inquiry, you could send us an RFQ and we'll discuss things regarding your needs, and we'll provide you with the right configuration and the prices that are uh, required to get the solution that you need. Okay?
Okay. Meron sir si Jan Falcon. Can we do a structural design through this software?
Asan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I already answered
Sir
that.
Jan Falcon.
For the structural design, there's a feature inside TEKLA structures that allows you to do some vertical loadings and wind loadings, as well as temperature loadings. But for the seismic, we don't have it inside TEKLA structures.
Yes.
So we recommend TEKLA Structural Designer for the analysis and design of whole building structures.
Another one. Send Abos. Does it show splicing length and location? Yes, sir. It have a splicing and length location based on the model.
You can actually follow the
Yeah.
design
Yes,
coming
sir.
from the consultant in the exact way that they intended it as a for construction. So, do Tekla have free trial for the beginner training? Yes, sir. We have posted the links already for the trial. So, for additional information, feel free to contact us. Okay, I guess that would be all. And